Glive, live glive. Let's bring it over this way, Jimmy. We are Glive on TikTok, the premier channel for live broadcast. Had to do that. Okay, in the background, I've got to show off some music. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's in my earbuds. So one moment while I turn it off. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here in Phoenix, Arizona. The weather today calls for highs of, let me see here. Currently we're at 44 degrees. And today's temperature highs will be 65 degrees today with, what's that sort of skies? Let's hear. Normally much gives you better information than this. And it's 44 degrees currently here in Phoenix, Arizona. Whatever.
Welcome to Funky Town.
Hey, can we turn that down, Jimmy? Now this is a live performance where I have to practice, because I have to practice in order to remain practiced. So to my right, I've got an iPad with all these wonderful station drops of a station that I created in my mind. And by God, if you can only know what I'm thinking now. Absolutely nothing. Zip Joe. My mind is blank. So I did find the words to the Hokey Pokey, though. So I'm going to have to work on that song because I think it's a real good song and I think people like it because it's a great song. The Beach Boys love it. Why wouldn't they? Ooh, it's, you know, I'm just taking that for an assumption because Mike Love and oh, here we go again. Can't remember the other guy. He was like the writer of the Pet Sounds album, greatest album ever created in all of the 60s and 70s. Pet Sounds, Brian Wilson. Yes, Brian Wilson. And I think they've heard that song. They said, oh, that's pretty good. He got the harmonies all right, but he's not the Beach Boys. And in the background, you'll see my new video. It's called American Dog. Actually, that one is called I Am Iggy Pop. And I used the same music bed, which I'm releasing on New Year's Eve, called American Dog. So with those two singles, they're going to be released on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Enjoy that. And you know, on YouTube, I've got this video posted. It's really interesting. And you'll notice I'm going sans makey-uppy today. See? Dark circles, scared look. But I feel a little fervent today, fervent. I guess I'm hoping that's not scent smell going off my clothes. Hey! And you'll notice I upped the game with some earbuds today. Obviously, I need to warm up, which I shall. all my neighbors here in the neighborhood, here in Arcadia Light. Hey! It's like when you're perspiring and hot in a cold room. It's thus the fervent, what do you call it? Evaporation going on my body. Actually, no, I'll be truthful. It's a TikTok effect. TikTok has so many neat effects for if you don't want to just stand there and go, okay, we're going to begin today's show. Okay, we're going to begin today's show. Now, if you don't want to do that, you just put on that effect and you can do this. Hey. An interesting thing when I was thinking I was playing with Iggy Pop on a stage with him via AI, artificial intelligence. That's what they call these fumes that are rising up off my body. It's all a part of artificial intelligence. Elon Musk told us this was going to happen, but I kind of wrote a song that was really cool during that show, and I wrote the words for it, and I'm going to try to find the words of the song. Everything's in alphabetical order now, so I can't remember. It was called Lord or something. Starts with an L. L-L-L-G-K-L. Oh gosh, I can't find it. Gosh darn it. Okay, I didn't start apparently, so I'm going to look for it, because now I'm challenged. It's called Dear Lord. It starts with a D. Dear Lord. It was really cool because I had some cascading chordings that were just sort of ominous sounding. So I'm going to try to recreate that later in the show. I don't want to start off slow like I already am. But let me try to play this song because I think it's a good song. And I'm kind of going at my own pace. Salsa, pace salsa. Fucking hey, I love that stuff. It's not made in San Antonio. I'm going to try to go at my own pace. That's why I told my parents when I was 18, I'm going to get my own pace. Okay, just not working. All right. So what key is this song? Oh yeah. It's called American Dog. Dear Maria, my love, as I gaze into your eyes, I only ask one question one time. As I love rock and roll, you love Luis Miguel. How can you love an American dog like me? I always speak my mind as I see it, especially when I express my love to you. I love rock and roll, you love Luis Miguel. How can you love an American dog like me? So I haven't warmed up. It's 8:14 in the morning here in Phoenix. Because with this stuff, you kind of have to rock it out to make it good. Sometimes late at night I sit in my cell, thinking what could possibly put me here. I know you patiently wait for me to ring my freedom bell again. I love to feel your love and embrace it again, especially when I express my love to you. I just have to step back and say, I love rock and roll, you love Luis Miguel. How can you love American like me? Song for my wife on Thursday, November 20th, as I serve in my time for some of the dumb things I've done. But it did lead to an album that's going to be released on January 17th called The Insane Asylum. What? Zola Batti? No, sorry, Zola. But let's see who's joining us here on this broadcast. Lurker joined. Okay, Lurker. James Aaron Wheel joined. Walter Pillars, a pillar in society, I'm sure. And Gracie joined. We need lots of amazing Gracie. So, especially when I express my love to you, I just have to step back and say, I love rock and roll, you love Luis Miguel. How can you love American like me? There's a little slop for you. Now, American Dog will be available on New Year's Eve. You'll be able to stream it. Actually, it'll be either New Year's or New Year's Eve, because I'm Not Iggy Pop will be either New Year's Eve or New Year's too. So you can stream those songs loud and proud within the city that you currently cohabit in, or just plain habit in. Hey! I long to feel your love embrace again. I just have to step back and say, I love rock and roll, you love Luis Miguel. How can you love American like me? Who let the dogs out? because it's really Bama Lama Lama Bama. Well, let me figure out how. There's different ways you can play the song, and it's at 8:19 in the morning. That was how I fell into it because it was sounding just like American Dog. So I just went into this song with the same style. But let me really up the game and play it how it's supposed to be written. Now I do that style, she love to drive me wild, but Bama Lama, Bama Lou. I asked my baby for a kiss. She'll hook her head like this. Woo! I asked my little girl for a kiss. She shook her head like this. She said, ooh, take it a little slower, Jimmy. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Now I do that style, she's about to drive me wild. With Bama Lama, Bama Lou. I asked my baby for a kiss. She shook her head like this. Woo! I asked my little girl for a kiss. She shook her head like this. She said, ooh, 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 Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Bama Lama, Bama Lou. Now I do the stars love to drive me wild with Bama Lama, Bama Lou, honey. So boy, always good to start a morning with good coffee. Good to the last. What? Almost dropped that. You're about to drive me wild. Time to do that slong that I was working on. Dear Lord, starts with a D. Songstress with a agenda. Obviously, this is all make-believe. Dear Lord, am I cursed me to my efforts outside my head? so Willie, what's your plan besides your mental? Am I just a white guy that happened to you to entice, or am I a victim of my own life? Actually, I haven't worked on this, but every time I play it, I get ideas. When I played it yesterday, it sounded really good, and this is kind of giving me ideas how to work on this. It's kind of a vocal exercise, actually. I so love it, yet so unwilling. What's your plan, my dear? Besides your mantle. Which brings me to a song I really need to work on. Instead of writing a song in front of you all, and that's when I actually know the words to and practice a little bit.
Sing for the laughter, sing for the tears.
this is what irritates me. Right when I'm trying to get into something, as far as a sound or a movement of the song, who's ever in charge of this keyboard will just say, "Oh, Jim, the song's going nowhere," and they'll make a note go plink, and I'm going, "Don't you think I already know that?" That's why I'm trying to salvage this wonderful song, you know. I mean, it's a great song written by the great Steven Tyler and Joe Perry on guitar, with Brad Whitmore on rhythm guitar, Joey Kramer on the drums, and Tom Hamilton on bass. All homage to the Aerosmith team. But you know what? When they start clinking around on my keyboard, you know, I'm not in control of all this, obviously. Because, you know, like, listen to this. No effects whatsoever are on the keyboard right now. Now, if I were to play this now, big difference, big difference. So then, you know, they did this with Love Story too. I was right in the process of making a 30-minute long epic. They turn it into a 7-minute song. You know, they just go, "Oh, let's cut them off here." They click the button and there goes the recording process. But it's still a beautiful song if you want to get married to it. It's 7 minutes long, so you'll still have time for the reception afterwards. So, you know, they obviously have their thinking that are above mine. But you know what? When they start irritating me that way and start going right out of the blue when I'm on the path of getting something accomplished and salvaging the song, turning it into something, that does not help. Let me just let you know that, guys, wherever you're at. I don't need that little plink to let me know it's already stalling. You know, I know the plane's coming down with no engines going, and at that time I'm going, okay, let me get these engines rolling again so I can take off again with that song. And that's what I'm thinking in my mind. And then they seem to think I can't figure that out. Let me have a drink now. My golly. Because now I'm getting brash and obnoxious. It's not like I can't figure that out. I've been doing this for 75 billion years. And I know when the song's tanking, all right? But I know how to salvage a song, too, by golly. And I don't need a little plink to let me know, oh, the song's tanking, because I already know that. You know, I've been doing this for so long, by golly. So this is a rant and rave to the Bluetooth gods that are just above me, trying to poke me, going, "Hey, Jim, the song sucks right now." And I already knew that. I let it go down, but I was going to bring it back up. And that's what makes a great song. When it takes them on the ride of a roller coaster of, ooh, man, the song's... And then you rise way up, and why, you turn it into the best song ever. So let me just continue. That's the best I could do after that tirade, but anyhow. But the point is never give up, never give up. And if you feel like it's tanking, just stop and say, hey, this is tanking. But then you just rise it up again and turn it into a neat ending and at least turn it into a story. Because that is, unquestionably one of the, I hate to say it because I'm an Aerosmith fan and I love all their songs, but that has to be one of their most popular songs they've ever written. I mean, it's timeless. It's just says everything. So if the song ain't saying that, then tell them yourself, Jimmy.
Rolling.
We are Winter Haven, and you're listening to azradio.live.
Yeah, I was about to go into panic attack by Judas Priest. You know, somebody is really not on the ball today.
What you say? Just what I thought.
A U2 song? Yeah, that's how we need it. Okay, so I will continue because this is a practice session. So, obviously, you know, who cares? You know, let's have some candy, Jimmy. Let's have some candy. Just break this up a bit. I have a new album that's going to be out January 17th called The Insane Asylum Experience. You haven't lived till you wear tennis shoes with no shoelaces, have to ask to go to the bathroom every time you have to go to the bathroom, and you have to go to bed at a certain time, kind of, at around 9:30, and they flash flashlights in the window and making sure that you're sleeping. That's the life for 44 days. Wow. You know, I can't imagine. I'm a little smarter, but you know, I could have been educated in a different way, in my opinion, just through conversation. And you know, this is a conversation that I should be having with other people, so that I'm not thrown in a goddamn incarceration for 44 days just to teach me a lesson, which, quite frankly, I have not learned that lesson. And that's to talk and say what I feel and think. You know, that's something that you'll never take away from me. Except from what Mr. President-elect Trump said, and that's with a bullet. And I say, go for it, motherfuckers, because you know what? I'm going to heaven. And that's just one step away. So I don't give a shit. So back to the music. I'm going to get spiritual with you on this song, Georgia. Georgia, just the whole day through. Just no sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see. Georgia on my mind. Come on, Georgia. peaceful dreams I see. The road is back to you. I said, Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find. It's an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song. It's Georgia on my mind. So I'm no cutie when it comes to playing the piano today. So I'm going to fix that right now. I'm going to get artistic. And the only way you can get artistic is if you play Elton John music. So the toughest song to sing when you're not artistic is, that I have on my song list, is The Circle of Life. And I'm going to find it right here. I don't have it starred, so I'll just have to type it in by Ellie. Circle of Life. C-I-R-C, The Circle of Life, Ellie. Now, also today I'm going to do a podcast which will feature the music of Kirk David Taylor. He released some new music, so listen for that. And it'll be about a 2-hour podcast. I'll do skits. Skits are fun. But now I'm trying to be artistically on the piano and also to save TikTok. Oh, gosh. You know, I went on a rave on Instagram about why TikTok is trying to be sold to corporate America. And they cut off my signal. And chances are I'm distorted now. You know, they do that. They'd say, no truth speaking here on the social media. Well, then again, what's the truth? All I know is China owns TikTok. There's no secrets in the world. And China has a lot of money making with TikTok. So corporate America is saying, hey, we want a piece of that pie, otherwise you can't operate in our country. Figure it out. Yeah. So I work for corporate America, believe it or not. I'm the CEO of something. That's why I always say ciao at the end of every episode, because that's how I pronounce it. That's as much as... Actually, during my podcast, I'm going to call it ASCAP, to see if I have royalties that I are owed, because I've had albums out since 2013 and 16, and then I released 12 albums the past 3 years, so maybe something's bringing in some money, because I haven't seen it. So I work for corporate America, too. But we got to keep TikTok going, because this is one of the best live music platforms. Believe me, I know, because I can download these shows, upload them, keep the shows in my library, here on my computer, and I can upload them to YouTube. As you can hear, they're pretty good sound quality too, and neat effects of evaporation over the body. Great tool for the kids too. You know, they can put little doggy faces on their faces or little cat ears, you know, whatever. Kids love this sort of platform too. And as far as their ploy of saying, oh, they're getting secrets about America, what do they not already know? Tell me that, except the fact that greedy corporate America is trying to break up TikTok just so they can sink their little pie dishes into it and make their money off it. Losers. From the day we arrived on the planet and blinking step into the sun, there's more to be seen that can never be seen, more to do that can never be done. Some say eternity, Some say live and let's live, but all are agreed as they join the stampede. You should never take more than you give. I got one of the crappiest sounds on this thing. Let me get a better sound on this. B4. I think B is good. B4. No, that sucks. Let's get this not. I'll get a better sound here. It doesn't sound half bad. Well, regardless. It's a circle of life. It's a wheel of fortune. It's a leap of faith. It's a band of hope till we find our place on the path unwinding in the circle of life. It'd be interesting to see what companies are interested in buying TikTok just to keep them alive in America. Wouldn't that be neat to research what scoundrels are trying to break up TikTok just so that they can get a piece of that wonderful pie? Some of us fall by the wayside, and some of us soar to the stars. And some of us sail through our troubles, and some have to live with the scars. 44 days, folks. There's far too much to take in here. More to find that can never be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's a circle of life. It's a what is it? It's a wheel of fortune. It's a leap of faith. It's a band of hope till we find our place on the path unwinding. It's a circle. A circle of life. It's a band of hope till we find our place on the path unwinding. Well, I'm not doing this song justice, I tell you that. The circle of life. So think about it, guys. What Congress people are promoting removing TikTok? And I'll bet you they've got a definite vested interest in making money off the situation. Simple as that. Simple as that, folks. Usually the ones that are promoting the bill to take away TikTok, they're usually the ones. Trust me on that one. I'm 60 years old. I've seen a lot of things happen, as far as lobbyists and all that. But, this isn't a political show. So I'll do one more song because I want to rock it out. I'm getting edgy, too edgy. They're not helping with the keyboard. They have ways of messing up my keyboard so the action is jerky, So I'll just work through it. Thank you, Bluetooth gods, thank you. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down the end of Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel. Where I'll be so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely. I'll be so lonely. All the places always crowded. You can still find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry with the gloom. Yeah. Where I'll be so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely. I'll be so lonely. Now, you know, this brings me to this caveat. Maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe that Zuckerberg guy, you know, he owns Instagram, and he's the one that cut off my signal as soon as I started talking like this. And Facebook. Maybe they know something I don't. Maybe they want equality within the American market. I don't know. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. That's the case. You know? Anyhow. Well, the bouncers keep flowing, and the desk clerks dressed in black. Well, they've been so long on Lonely Street, they're never looking back. Well, they get so lonely, baby. They get so lonely. They get so lonely. Hey, take it, Jimmy. How much do you make per year? I figure it's been going on for 30 years. Bernie Sanders told us all about it. Where a handful of people own us. And we work for them because it's all a pyramid, ladder, corporation thing. Because if you don't do what they do, you'll be on the street or incarcerated for 44 days. So I learned to be smart. Give everyone equal time on my radio station. And also, you know, I become more centrally focused, realizing people have their own opinions, and there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of times I agree with them once they tell me the real answer. I still think guns should be taken off the streets. That the average person should not be allowed to carry a gun. Leave it to the professionals, folks. Oh, I'm a professional. Yeah, sure. You think they have guns in China? Or Japan? Australia, or if your baby leaves you and you got a tale to tell, just take a walk down Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel, yeah. Oh, you'll be so lonely, baby. I was so lonely for 44 days, folks. Was I cured? I sure hope not. Like a ham.